Hello, listeners! Welcome back to the SniggleBottom podcast. This week's episode is sponsored by our lovely friends at the Gooberverse and the amazing David the Cat. In today's episode, we will be discussing the trauma that being left alone in an isolated area can cause. We will talk about the impacts it can have and how to speak out and seek help afterwards if you are ever in this situation. The first thing we'll be talking about today is mental illnesses and how being stranded could affect pre-existing conditions. Another supporting point is that elders with mental or physical disorders are shown to have more stressors/triggers to disaster. This fact comes from Lowe, Raker, and Zacher. When we are in a situation we see as dangerous, an emergency-like response will be sent through our entire body. This is by Psych Central. The 5 stages of the mentality of a person who is lost are separation, isolation, deviation, deprivation, and realization. This comes from Walken, Lynn, and Diagno. There are some ways to speak out and recover afterwards, like starting by writing a letter or a note could help. For a lot of people, it is difficult to directly talk to a person about their trauma or what they go through. Something that could help or soothe this fear is by writing a letter or a note. This comes from DeSantis.
Thank you so much, listeners, for listening to this week's podcast.
If you're ever in a dangerous situation, or what seems to be a threatening situation, please remember what we talked about today.
Amen, brother!
If you're ever...